Hello, hello, hello. I am the Linux Mitch. The other day, I did a video showing how to download from source Ventoy in Debian and how to install it and how to use it. And of course, if you didn't watch those videos and if you don't know what Ventoy is a software application that you install on a USB thumb drive. Then you can put lots of ISOs on it and it's bootable and you can boot it into a hard drive, boot up into it, and choose which ISO you want to test or install. I did that last week, that video. Then the other day, I showed how you can easily format your thumb drive and turn it back into a regular, normal thumb drive to copy files to. Now today, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show how to install and use Ventoy in Arch Linux. Because using it in Arch Linux is a little bit different. So let's get to it. Today, I'm in a virtual machine of Arch Linux with the Cinnamon desktop. And what I'm going to do is plug into my thumb drive. So this is my thumb drive. I'm going to plug it in. And now I'm going to open up my file manager. And we can see I have an 8 gig thumb drive here. Let's open it up. And there's one file in it. And that's a wallpaper. So what I did was last week, and this is just in case you haven't been following my channel or watching all my videos. Last week I took this thumb drive in a Debian virtual machine and I downloaded Ventoy from source and installed it in a web browser. And then I added 2 ISOs to it and I showed how to physically boot into a bare metal computer. And I used my iPad to record it. So the other day yesterday, I took the same thumb drive and I used GNOME disks to reformat it and turn it back into a regular thumb drive. And I copied this wallpaper to it. So now today I'm going to do, in this Arch Linux system, I'm going to download Ventoy from the AUR and install it and show you how to use it because it's a little different. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to close this. And first I'm going to open up my web browser. And I'm going to go to Arch Linux. I'm going to go to the AUR. I'm going to type in Ventoy. And I'm going to grab the bin one, Ventoy bin. And I'm going to click it on. And what I'm going to do is copy this. And I'm going to go into my terminal. And what I'm going to do is, you don't have to do this, but I like to do this with my AUR packages. Make dir AUR. I just like to make an AUR folder. You don't have to do that, but I like to do it. And I'm going to cd into the AUR folder. I'm going to clear the screen. I'm going to do git clone. And I'm going to insert that line that I copied. Then I'm going to cd into Ventoy folder. I'm going to clear the screen. I'm going to ls it. And I'm just going to type in less package build. And I'm just going to check out the source code. Make sure everything looks good. We can see the website here. It's coming from GitHub, Ventoy release download tar gz. So it looks good. And I'm just going to scan down a bit more. Everything looks good. So I'm going to quit out of there. I'm going to type in my Q to get out of there. I'm going to clear the screen. And I'm going to type in this command, make pkg-sic, sick. And it's asking for my password. So I'm going to put my password in. And I'm going to click that. And I'm just going to let it build the package and install it. Oh, I got to click yes. And that was pretty fast. That installed really fast. I'm amazed. So let's close this. Let's close this. And the reason why I'm showing this is that in my first video on Ventoy, which I did last week, I did it in Debian, and Debian doesn't have Ventoy in the package manager or in as a Flatpak. So I downloaded it from source. And the way you use it in Debian or in any distribution when you're downloading it from source, the way you install the software onto your thumb drive is in the web browser. And if you don't understand what I'm talking about, you could watch my video from last Thursday night. But in Arch Linux, when you download it and install it from the AUR, it's just like a regular software package. So, and you install it onto the thumb drive a little bit different. You don't have to use your web browser, because in the Debian one, I had to go into the terminal, I had to find a file, I had to open a file and copy the link into my web browser, and then use the web browser to install the software onto my thumb drive. But in here, it's just like a regular program. So this is what I'm going to do. So you can see my thumb drive, and I'm just going to show you this again. It's here. It's a normal thumb drive. I have one file on it. It's wallpaper. So I'm going to close this. What I'm going to do is open up my menu, and I'm going to type in Ventoy. There it is right there. I'm going to open it. It's asking for my password. I'm going to hit enter. And there it is. Now we can see it's right on my SDA. It's an 8 gig thumb drive. I'm going to click on install. I'm going to say OK. I'm going to say OK again. It asks you twice to say OK because it wants to make sure. It's trying to protect you. They want to make sure that you know what you're doing, because when you hit OK and you do it, it reformats the thumb drive. It deletes everything from the thumb drive. It reformats it, and it puts their software onto it. Okay, so congratulations, it's done. So I'm going to click OK, and we're finished. So I'm going to close this, and now I'm going to copy 2 ISOs onto it, like I did in the last video, or 2 videos ago. So, and I'm just going to do it from my bare metal computer, because this is a virtual machine. I'm going to do it from my bare metal computer because I don't have any ISOs in here. Oh, and before I go to my bare metal computer, I just want to open up my file manager. Now you see we have Ventoy in it. The thumb drive is called Ventoy, or it's labeled Ventoy. Click it on, and of course there's nothing in there. So now I'm going to go to my bare metal computer and put 2 ISOs onto it. So now I'm in Arch Linux of my bare metal computer, and you can see we have Ventoy here, and it's empty. So I'm in my ISO folder, and I'm going to copy the Arch ISO onto it, and I'm just going to paste it on. And this is the same as I did in the video from last week. And I'm going to do the Debian one too. And the reason why I'm doing Arch and Debian is because they're small ISO. Oops, I click on the wrong one. They're small ISOs. Like this Debian one is a net install, so it's a small ISO. And of course, the Arch Linux ISO is not big. And there it is. So I took a regular thumb drive, I installed Ventoy on it, and I have 2 ISOs on there now. And it's bootable, so I can plug it into a bare metal computer, boot into it, and choose. A menu will come up, and I can choose which ISO I want to test, play with, or install. And that's it. I made this video because I wanted to show that downloading and installing Ventoy from the AUR in Arch is different than downloading and installing it from source from the Ventoy website. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like it and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. Thank you for watching. Until next time, I am the Linux Mensch.